for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. But the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his third season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The numbers for Mixon last week: 13 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
So, partner, you know, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they come up now, second and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his second touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open receiver. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now, the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals. Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Mixon with a first down carry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll give it to Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Burrow will throw. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets him even closer. Now a 2-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And New York set to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah. Telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free. Let's go, boy.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Wilson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he's going to have a first down here, as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and it's now 13-8. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punt, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got a man, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 5-point game. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start with a couple of teams that got to know each other in the playoffs the last decade or so. Baltimore in Foxborough to take on New England. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. The Ravens locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Alec Pierce, a touchdown reception.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Burrow on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Former 3rd overall pick Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
Big Quinnen Williams continuing to improve in the middle of that line for New York. Had 13 sacks in his last 2 seasons, which is excellent for a defensive tackle.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. Play action. It's Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. In motion right here, Boyd. On 3rd down, Mixon. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again to about the 26 here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 18-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They go play action with Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield is spotted at the 49. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
Elijah Moore really started to come on in the 2021 season as a rookie out of Ole Miss. Saw 8 or more targets in 4 of his last 5 games and ended up leading the team in yardage. Expect to see a lot more first downs like we just saw there in this young man's future.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, here's the draft class for the Jets for 2022, and certainly a splash-worthy class. 3 first-round picks in 1 draft. And you also have to be impressed not only at the players they got there, but also on days 2 and 3.
You're exactly right about that. Arguably, they got the top player at that position when they made their selections in the first round. Cornerback Ahmad Sauce Gardner, 4th. I had him rated number 2 behind Derek Stingley, but he's still one of the best ones in the draft. Wide receiver Garrett Wilson, they got him 10th overall. And defensive end Jermaine Johnson, 26. I thought he might go earlier to Atlanta in the top 10. And then maybe they landed the draft's best running back in Breece Hall on day 2.
He's got a man, complete. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now Wilson. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled him up. It's 16-8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got it. To try again after the sack. Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To the air again, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
He wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion right here, Boyd. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And Burrow saying, let's go, let's go. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards.
To throw, Burrow.
And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Now Burrow.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you also...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Burrow.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So here's Wilson and the Jets down by a field goal, 55 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Open man here is Conklin. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Throwing now is Wilson. And it's a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us,